Happy Halloween. As you know, this is Miss Kathleen, and I'm inviting you to come to the library when you get a chance. All you need to do is wear a mask and call up and make an appointment. Now, because it's Halloween and it's my favorite holiday of all, I thought I would do a few stories just to remind you of why we like this holiday more than anything else. And I brought some friends here who are going to recite some high poetry for you in honor of the occasion. And I also brought someone to do a story. But first, are you ready? You're quite sure? A teeny tiny ghost, no bigger than a mouse at most, lived in a great big house. It's hard to haunt a great big house when you're a teeny tiny ghost, no bigger than a mouse at most. He did what he could do. So every dark and stormy night, the kind that shakes a house with fright, if you stood still and listened right, you'd hear a teeny tiny boo. You know, people are afraid of ravens. They shouldn't. Just because we're sort of big, sort of scary, we're actually very nice, and we like poems. Now, before we do our story, someone else wanted to come because she thinks it's her holiday, and she has a song, which we used to do when we had story hours, and hopefully we could do again. If you're a witch and you know it, give a cackle. If you're a witch and you know it, give a cackle. If you're a witch and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a witch and you know it, give a cackle. If you're a raven and you know it, flap your wings. Flap, flap. If you're a raven and you know it, flap your wings. Flap, flap. If you're a raven and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a raven and you know it, flap your wings. Flap, flap. If you're a werewolf and you know it, give a howl. Wow, wow, wow. If you're a werewolf and you know it, give a howl. Wow, wow, wow. If you're a werewolf and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a werewolf and you know it, give a howl. Wow, 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 wow. Now, while we're in the subject of werewolves or wolves, Wolfie would like to do one story just for you in honor of Halloween. Now, as you know, Halloween can be scary. Halloween can be surprising. Well, we'll do the story. And this is the story of the Gunny Wolf. And it begins like lots of stories. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived all by herself with her mom in a house at the edge of the woods. Now, her mother told her she could go on the front porch or into the yard, but she was not going to the woods or the Gunny Wolf would get her. Well, one day, the little girl, it's a beautiful fall day, went out and she noticed on the left side of the porch all sorts of leftover pink flowers. She said, my mother would love a big bouquet of pink flowers. And she began to pick them. Now, as she picked them, she sang this song. Kiwi, kiwa, kiwi, kiwa. And she had a big bouquet of pink flowers. Well, she was going to turn around and go back in the house. She noticed on the right side of the porch all sorts of blue flowers. She said, my mother would love a big bouquet of pink and blue flowers. And she began to pick them. Now, as she picked them, she sang this song. Kiwi, kiwa, kiwi, kiwa. She had a big bouquet of pink and blue flowers. She was going to go back in the house. And she noticed out in the woods, almost in the woods, some white flowers. Oh, she said, my mother would love some pink and blue and white flowers. She began to pick them. Now, as she picked them, she sang this song. Kiwi, kiwa, kiwi, kiwa. She was so busy picking flowers, she didn't notice when she left the edge of the woods and went deeper and deeper into the woods. Kiwi, kiwi. Wah! It was the gunning wolf. Why'd you stop singing that song? I didn't. Sing it again. The girl began to sing the song. Kiwi, kiwa, kiwi, kiwa. The wolf went to sleep. Now, once the gunny wolf was asleep, the little girl started to run home. Kiwi, kiwa, kiwi, kiwa. But then she got tired. Kiwi, kiwa, kiwa. It was the gunny wolf. Why'd you stop singing that song? I didn't. Sing it again. Kiwi, kiwa, kiwi. The wolf went to sleep. Now, lest we all be terrified once again, this time, while the gunny wolf is asleep, we're going to get the little girl home. And so all of you watching this can do this on the count of 3. You ready? We're gonna do the kiwi kiwas all together and get her home. 1, 2, 3. Kiwi kiwa, kiwi kiwa, kiwi kiwa, kiwi, kiwi kiwa, kiwi kiwa, kiwi kiwa. And she ran out of the woods, across the yard, up the front steps, across the porch, and into the house, and she wham, closed the door. Oh, and she never went into the woods again. So happy Halloween, and before we go, we're going to do one more rhyme just to get rid of all those scary thoughts. I shiver in my fingers. I shiver in my toes. I shiver in my backbone until it really shows. I shiver until I'm turning green. Do you know why I shiver? Because it's almost Halloween. So happy Halloween from Witchy and Wolfie and Raven and me. And if you want to scare up a good book, just call us up, come in, or visit the website and ask for one.